Hello, welcome back to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. It's me, A. Prusian. I am still here in Miles Edgeworth's office. I thought I had examined everything, but apparently not, so we'll start with the ladder here. Whoa! Oh, never mind, it's the books. These are all case files? You know, unlike Phoenix, I bet Miles actually reads them. They're stacked up to the ceiling. There's even a ladder. Oh, by the way, I had a commenter, John Barrett 6835, who suggested that I change the transparency of the text box, something I hadn't even considered. And his point was that you can see a lot more of the art this way. And he's right, you can. That's amazing. I just wasn't something I had even thought to do. So this is a really cool change. I like it. I'll keep it this way, I think. Okay. Odd. I thought Edgeworth wasn't good with heights. So he doesn't like earthquakes and he doesn't like heights. Must have someone get them for him. What? You think Gumshoe does? Strange. Why did I just picture Detective Gumshoe? If Gumshoe's the one who died, I will be so sad. We still don't know the victim's identity. We just know it was a detective, and he's the only detective we know. And I can't tell if Phoenix is making, like, associations with him, like, oh, Gumshoe's a tall guy, he'd be willing to do that for Edgeworth. Or if he's being, like, literally haunted by Gumshoe right now. I don't know. Makes me nervous. He must study these case reports so closely. He's so cool. You wouldn't say that if you saw him sweating bullets up on that ladder. I mean, you can still be a cool person to be afraid of heights. I feel like now I'm pretty I was gonna say I'm pretty confident I've seen everything, but no. Mr. Edgeworth has such a comfy sofa. Sofas like this make me want to curl up and take a nap. Me too, Phoenix. Me too. I bet he pores over his case files here until the wee hours of the morning. Then he takes off his jacket, rolls up his sleeves, goes to sleep using his arms as a pillow. I don't believe it. She's actually dreaming about Edgeworth working? Yeah, it's a bit much. I bet in the morning he has sofa hair and little creases in his cheek from the seams. He's so cool. Would that be cool? There, I kind of disagree. Sofa hair is cool? Phoenix is like, if sofa hair is cool, why isn't my spiky hair cool? Okay. Have we actually exhausted the office now? I believe we have. So... I think I've already talked to you everything I'm going to talk to you about. Is there anything to present to you? Yeah, I'll present this ID. Say, Edgeworth, I was wondering about this. Mr. Wright? Huh? What? Are you sure you should be showing that to Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, he'll take it for sure, won't he? I wish I could be on the same side as Mr. Edgeworth. But then my sister would be found guilty. If she sighs any deeper, I'm gonna start getting depressed. Okay, that's right. I kind of forgot in the few days it's been since I recorded that Edgeworth is the prosecutor for the case. So he will take this stuff. What about the trophy though? So basically, this says you were the best of the best last year, huh? You could take that foolish grin elsewhere, right? I lost a day of work to receive that travesty. Huh? Why is that? I had to go to the police department to receive that broken shield. The police department? Yes, right next to the police station downtown. You've been there, haven't you? Where Detective Gumshoe works? Yeah. I was wondering something about your shield. Why is it broken? What does it matter? I've got more important things to worry about. Oh, right. He doesn't seem too concerned about his award, for better or for worse. Yesterday was a very busy day for the prosecutor's office. Maybe we should ask him more about yesterday? Can I? Huh! Huh, I can. The day of the crime. Could you tell me more about yesterday, the day of the murder? Yesterday was the annual cleaning day at the prosecutor's office. Cleaning day? Working with the police department, we sort and file all evidence for solved cases. We call it evidence transferal. Wiping your hands of old cases, in other words. Oh, and another thing. A ceremony was held at the police department. There's an annual review and awards for outstanding police officers and prosecutors. And that's when you got the shield? I was at the police department yesterday afternoon. I got back here at 5:12. Interesting, that time is red, so it's important. That's very precise. People like myself and Mr. Edgeworth pride ourselves on our precision, Mr. Wright. No, I place little faith in my memory. The only thing I trust is solid evidence. Oh, he has a parking stub. Hey! Added to the court record. Nice. This is the parking stub from the underground lot. The murder took place around 5:15. That is not much time difference. So the murder happened right after you got back. What, right? I'd appreciate it if you direct that suspicious glare elsewhere. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright. Wild and over-the-top new character number 3. Here we go. Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth, anywhere on the premises? I'm Edgeworth. What is it? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. Report? What? Did you find new evidence in the case against Chief Prosecutor Skye? I don't like the way this conversation is going at all. Skye, sir? No, sir. No name of that kind, sir. Not in this report, sir. Huh? I think I just heard Edgeworth's lid blow. Mr. Edgeworth's lid isn't on very tight, is it? She's right, that would increase the amount of pressure that builds up. I made a clear request to the police department, did I not? I need to focus on the trial tomorrow, so don't bring me anything unrelated. Sir, but sir, I'm just following orders, sir. They told me to bring this to you. I wasn't aware of the particulars of your arrangement with us, sir. Give me your name. Yes, sir? Meekins, sir. Officer Meekins. What a fucking name. Right. Officer Meekins, take your report and leave. And good luck with that raise next month. But, sir, I didn't know. Poor guy. Looks like he was absent on the day they gave out brains and good luck. Can I get my hands on that report? Right. Yes, sir? Ah, he caught me off guard. As you can see, I'm busy. You may leave now. Let's do what he says, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective from the same department as that patrolman just now. Go down to the police department. You can ask more there. See, if it were Gumshoe, he would have said, because he knows we know Gumshoe. So it's probably not. Thanks. He seems to have finally calmed down at least. Okay. Let me just look at this. I can look. Ooh. So far, rotating it hasn't seemed to much matter, but I still like doing it anyways. Miles Edgeworth, 1712. This is dated the day of the crime. The murder took place 3 minutes after Edgeworth parked his car. If only he was held up at a couple extra red lights. He wouldn't have been caught up in this whole affair. Oh, that's Emma saying that. Perhaps. It just goes to show you never know what'll happen when you run a yellow light. You're making some assumptions there, Emma. Okay. Let's move. That's right. Hello. Hello, Angel. Nothing else for her to say. Okay. Oh, goodness. We have a lot. Oh, no, never mind. This is Miles's office. Police department entrance. Let's go. The fucking mascot. Okay, we saw the black and white silhouette of this thing, and I had no idea what it was. I was like, is that a clown, like, plushie or something? Okay, it's the cop mascot. Interesting. Some kind of campaign going on the right side, that banner, but we don't see enough. Whew, we're finally here. Why would they put the police department so far away from the prosecutor's office? It beats me. That took almost 30 minutes by taxi. Traffic wasn't even that bad. The police department, huh? I've only ever been to criminal affairs next door. Hold on, what's that? It's seen better days. Disturbing. Why does it undulate like that? Oh, wait, I know. This is the Blue Badger. They're trying to make him the police mascot. Oh, like badge as in... Badger as in badge. And that's why he's got, like, the jester hat. As opposed to the animal, the badger. Which he looks nothing like. I love how he's carrying around his club. I mean, at least it's not a gun. And if this is truly supposed to be America, well... Okay. Whoa, Mr. Wright. You sure know a lot about the police. Still, he does seem familiar somehow. Forget the Blue Badger. Who's that next to him? Someone appears to be dancing with the Blue Badger? Uh-oh, he noticed me. Sure is running over here fast. Hey, pal! What are you doing here? Hi, Gumshoe. I'm so glad you're not murdered. That's my line, Detective Gumshoe. Specifically, why were you dancing over there? What? Well, at least he doesn't seem to be busy. This is our chance to get information. Hey, I'll have you know I'm a very busy man, pal. Uh-huh. Let's talk. The case. Give you one word of advice, pal. You better not agree to defend the suspect in this case. Why not? Huh? Well, it's just that the chief prosecutor has confessed to the crime. She says she summoned the detective to the prosecutor's office, and she killed him. That's the detective? Oh my god. Alright. But what if she's not telling the truth? Yes, well... No, come on, pal. There's plenty of evidence against her. But what if the evidence was faked? Hey, pal, can I speak to you for a second? Huh? Me? Why is this little girl so peeved at me? She's a relative of the suspect. She's Lana Sky's sister. Whoa, the chief prosecutor's little sister? Just please investigate this case carefully, okay? Scientifically. I did not mention this last time, but I feel like Emma doesn't... It's not that she doesn't know what science is. It's that she has... It feels like she's a kid, you know? It feels like she's 16. She has this idea that, like, science is this perfect way of gaining knowledge. And so she's applying that word to everything she wants done perfectly. And I think it's phenomenal. I love it. Yes, sir. Oh, by the way, you might want to keep your voices down. You don't want to be overheard using words like faked. Huh? It's a sensitive issue with us these days. Because of Von Karma? Maybe? And or Miles? So, what are you doing here, Detective Gumshoe? Me? Oh, well, nothing really. They kicked me out of criminal affairs. Detective Gumshoe, what did you do this time? What do you mean this time? Then what happened? I know things are busy right now. I mean, with my sister's case and all. Hey, it's true. We've never had a chief prosecutor murder anyone before. Only the highest ranked people are being let into criminal affairs now. The lowest ranking guy in there is our chief of detectives. They're not letting any of us rank and file detectives in at all. None of you? I know this is an important trial, but isn't that a little odd? Huh. So anyway, I thought I'd spend the day getting the Badger dance down pat. Isn't there anything else you could be doing? The Chief of Police himself is directing this investigation, pal. And Officer Marshall was assigned to the underground parking lot. Yeah, we know. We met him. Officer Marshall. Now that I think about it, Emma did seem to know that Marshall guy. A patrolman in charge of a crime scene. It's unheard of, pal. A patrolman, huh? Aw. Let me examine. Let's look at this badger. I was wondering about that. What? The dancing blue badger? It's my masterpiece. Is it? You made this, Detective Gumshoe? The chief threw together some designs, and I just did my thing, pal. Nice work? It's battery powered, so it can go anywhere. There's no switch, so it just dances until the batteries die. Poor blue badger, fated to dance until he drops. A work of art, quote unquote, designed by the chief of detectives and created by Detective Gumshoe. I wonder why that's been added to my... But now I want to look at it. Nope, wrong thing. Although, actually, I can look at this. Look at that. Huh. I wasn't expecting, like, a screw on the back. So this is supposed to, like, pin to his lapel or something, I would have assumed. Huh. Okay. Let's actually examine this. Oh, I can't. Okay. Fair enough. It's actually bigger than, I don't know, something you put in your pocket. The usual wanted posters are hanging up on the bulletin board here. Do you know this face? If you do, dial 911. You know, Mr. Wright, I've always thought it was kind of funny. I've never seen anyone who looked like the people in these posters. They hardly even look human. She has a point. I mean, I think especially when they're done on drawings, it's pretty sketchy. Ah, literally. Oh no. Oh no, I didn't mean it. Please. Let's move on. I always get excited when I come to a police station. Why is that? Just feels like I've been jumped into a movie. Huh? You know, with all the police and criminals? Well, I don't know if this is all that exciting. Sure it is. Look at those two officers over there. They're probably talking about the latest bust. Funny, I thought they were talking about the weather. Well, we might find out. The detectives in there look pretty busy. Just imagine, right now, behind those doors, a police drama in action. Somehow the thought fails to excite me. Phoenix is so, like, even-keeled. It's nice to have somebody like Emma or Maya who can play off of that, or he plays off of them, I suppose. Their enthusiasm. Look, that patrolman is saluting the other guy. He must be a detective. And then I said, hey, you do that, your soup will get cold, buddy. That's hilarious, sir. I laughed so hard I cried. Huh. I guess he wasn't saluting, he was wiping tears from his eyes. They make a good pair. Okay. Mr. Wright, do you know why patrol cars are painted black and white? No idea. Why? Well, I think they're designed after a panda. I mean, I know that's like a nickname or something you can call them. A panda? Not that I have scientific proof, it's just a theory. Do you mind me asking how you came up with that theory? It was when I was on a school trip. I saw a patrol car and it came to me. We had just been at the zoo, see? What about zebras? Or did they not have those at your zoo? I mean, zebras have stripes. They're not just black and white blobs like pandas are. So she has a better point. The banner here is fighting the crime-fighting campaign. Nice slogan. I wonder if they'll be selling fingerprinting sets? I don't think it's that kind of campaign. What family wouldn't want a set at home? It's good for finding out who snuck into the cookie jar. I think most families can figure that out without the extra help. I'm kind of with her, though. I would enjoy having the tools of some of this. Okay, I think that's everything. Okay, anything I can present to Gumshoe here? Present this, or will he take it as well? Detective Gumshoe, what can you tell me about this? Huh? Hey, pal, this is Detective's ID card. You can't just keep that. You have to turn it in to the police. It's people like you that get me into so much trouble all the time. Meaning Detective Gumshoe must drop his card a lot. Let's see. Bruce Goodman. Goodman. Sounds familiar. Nah, my mistake. But didn't you work together with him in criminal affairs? Whoa, now I remember. Bruce Goodman. He's the victim. That's what I thought. Can you tell us more, Detective Gumshoe? What about the murder weapon? Found in Mr. Edgeworth's car, stabbed with Mr. Edgeworth's knife, huh? What would drive Chief Prosecutor Skye to do such a thing? What's more interesting to me is if she is innocent, which I'm not convinced she is, but if she is innocent, what would drive her to lie about it? Who is she covering for? Right? Not Emma. So why? Wait, I didn't mean... I mean, sure, of course, someone else really did it. Someone who must have a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth. The car and the knife do seem a little too well organized to be a coincidence. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. What could have happened? We have to find out a little bit more about what's going on with Edgeworth. That's an intriguing thought. What do you think about the King of Prosecutors trophy, Gumshoe? Hey, that's it! That's the King of Prosecutors award that Mr. Edgeworth got yesterday. Were you at the awards ceremony, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence, myself. Ah, congratulations. I was wondering, why is the award a shield? And why is it broken? Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later. What? Oh, apparently he's forgotten. But I was proud of Mr. Edgeworth for winning that award, even with all the naysayers in the prosecutor's office. Naysayers? Must be because of the rumors. Interesting. Okay, that's right, the same as that. What about the Blue Badger? As a detective, I have to keep my mouth shut on that one. I know better than to go blabbing on about things I don't know about. No, I wouldn't want you to do that either. Good. Okay. Then I think... Oh no, there's more. Oh, okay, nice. I've opened up more conversation. Alright. Bruce Goldman. So this ID card belonged to the victim? He was a detective, like myself. Detective Bruce Goodman. Don't you think it's strange? I mean, why would the victim's ID card be lying on the ground where we found it? Well, Detective Goodman should have been at the police department yesterday. There was an evidence transferal for a case he handled 2 years ago. Evidence transferal? Mr. Edgeworth mentioned that too. But Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Well, that's the thing. It's hard to say this, but Word is that Chief Prosecutor Sky called him out there to the parking lot. And Lana's confessing as much. That's no good. Alright, what are Edgeworth's troubles? He's in a tough spot again. Again? Well, I mean, Phoenix, there was the whole being on trial for murder thing that you were involved with just a couple months ago. Yeah. This. Well, it all started with the murder of that defense attorney, Hammond. But Mr. Edgeworth was found innocent. Listen, pal, there have always been rumors about Mr. Edgeworth. Forging evidence, making deals with witnesses. Nothing outright, but there were always whispered rumors. Ever since he was accused of murder, no one's whispering. They're practically shouting. But there's no evidence against him. Well, Mr. Edgeworth has always had unusually strong ties to the department higher-ups. It's only natural that people would be suspicious. I had no idea he was under the gun. Anyway, this latest case has started a new rumor. People say the only reason he took this case is because he's aiming for the chief prosecutor position himself. What? But I know the truth, pal. Nobody wants to be the one who has to prosecute the chief prosecutor. Mr. Edgeworth is biting the bullet on this one. He's doing this for all of us. And that's all I know about that. I'm not officially on the case, you know. Thank you. Why aren't you handling the case, Detective Gumshoe? We met the guy who is... What was his name? The guy in the parking lot? That'd be Officer Marshall. He was appointed directly by the Chief of Police. Officer Marshall? Is he some kind of Wild West sheriff or something? No, Jake Marshall's just a regular officer. From West L.A. Oh, God. For a moment there, I wasn't sure. Look, pal, let me try to make things a little easier for you. Show them this and they'll let you examine the crime scene. Maybe. Okay, a letter of introduction. I love how it's like a reused manila envelope is what it looks like. I'll be surprised if this gets us anywhere. Just act like you're supposed to be there. Nobody will look at you twice, pal. Alright, we'll try. Let me look at this. Because I'm curious about this. Hey, look here. It looks like something's been crossed out. Maybe it was a letter or something to Detective Gumshoe. Let's see. Annual bonus, $20. Oh no, Gumshoe. I think a couple zeros are missing. No, that sounds about right. At least in that detective's case. Now, Gumshoe's, I mean... Maybe I should rethink my career as an investigator. The cold reality washes over her. Okay. I love it. That seems to be the thing to see. Okay. Back here, then. Looks like the investigation is still going. I have to be getting back to the shop. Sorry, it looks like I'll be stuck in this pit till the sun sleeps. See you in my dreams tonight, then, baby. Is that someone we already know? Oh, is that her, maybe? Oh, still here? Hello. Why the surprised looks? Didn't I mention? I've got a boyfriend in criminal affairs, too. Okay, that was the voice, was the boyfriend to her. What happened to the security guard? Did she say security guard to begin with? I think she did. Okay, anyways. Hey, what's wrong, Bambina? You're looking like a doggy that's lost its herd. What? Jake Marshall. Strange guy to put in charge of a crime scene. Yeah. Let me see if he'll talk to us at all yet. There's something I wanted to ask you. The scene of the crime, cold grave for men who've lost their dreams. And me, I watch over them as they sleep, dreaming of the desert's harsh judgment. He's asleep. Well, should we show this hopeless case something to catch his interest? Yeah, let's try to keep talking to him first. Something I want to ask you. Okay. Alright. I thought so. They're, cutting me off until I can present. Would you mind reading this for me? What's this? I warn you, fan letters to me go right in the spittoon. It's a letter of introduction from Detective Gumshoe. May we investigate? Gumshoe? Ah, that old cow dog. You holding a birthday party or something? Huh? Look, where it should say letter of introduction, it says invitation. Ah, I think you just miswrote it. Wait, why am I getting all defensive here? No worries. This proves it's from Detective Gumshoe. Better than a blood test. Guess I better let you in then. Thank you, Officer Marshall. Oh, that's right. He's a patrolman, not a detective. Which reminds me. Hey, wait a sec. Isn't a crime scene supposed to be handled by a detective or higher? Well, folks, the clues are calling. Welcome to our gold strike. Be like the settler. Strike out for lands unknown. Manifest destiny. Let's have a hootenanny. He's just saying words now. Note to self. Police investigations are like settling land. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say? Oh my god. I say I won't be needing this anymore. Detective Gumshoe's letter of introduction crumpled and discarded. Okay. Now we'll ask about the victim. Officer Marshall, could you tell us more about the victim? Good men always die young. Remember that, partner. Could you be a little more specific? Bruce Goodman, he was a detective, right? Well, well, aren't you a feisty doggy there now? Detective Goodman was stabbed here at 5:15. The smiling Madonna told me the tale. I think he needs the witness, Ms. Angel Starr. One stab to the chest, a fine piece of work. This here's the autopsy report. Okay, death due to loss of blood, 1 knife wound, died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m. Okay. Is my sister involved with the victim in any way? Funny you should mention that, Bambina. Chief Prosecutor Skye and Detective Goodman had nothing in common at all. Huh. Nothing in common? They apparently worked together on a case a few years back. So there's no motive. Goodman wasn't a particularly gifted detective. It's one reason why he didn't do much work with the chief prospector. But my sister called the victim here on the day of the murder, right? Here, to this parking lot? So it seems, like calling an unarmed man to a shootout at high noon. I'm still thinking about his comparison of investigating a crime with manifest destiny. And I guess it's just wild on the face of it. I don't, if you take him seriously, it's not true. But for me in my own like politics, I'm very anti-police and anti-manifest destiny. So I'm like, yeah, all right, they both suck. All right, Marshall. I don't mean any offense, but Officer Marshall, you're a patrolman, right? Not a detective. You calling me out? They shoot you for that in Texas. Huh? I was one of them fancy shoot detectives till 2 years ago, tell you the truth. Oh, really? Now he tells me. But you're a patrolman now, so how can you be in charge of a crime scene? Nothing gets by you, does it, Bambina? Did they do it because he's not currently a detective but has the background of one? Like he's not tied to any of it as much? They kicked out all the rank-and-file detectives from investigating. Do the people higher up think there's actually one of the rank-and-file detectives is involved somehow? Because they're kicked out of criminal affairs, and Marshall's the one in charge instead of one of them. That's my best guess. So why are you in charge? No reason. We're just short on hands right now. Keep an eye out in the meantime. That's odd, though. Detective Gumshoe was saying he had nothing to do. Nothing important, at least. He's nothing but a saddled cow dog that can't find his tail. Maybe it's because he runs with that Edgeworth, eh? So they don't want people with ties to Edgeworth? Edgeworth? That cow dog's been kicked out of this cattle run by order of the chief of police. Just, you don't realize it yet. Detective Gumshoe kicked out of the investigation? I mean, he kind of knew that already, I thought. Anything else I can present to him? 5:12 p.m. Prospector's bright red steed came in at a trot, real slow like. A trot? My Madonna tells me the crime occurred 3 minutes later. So it seems the chief prospector was lying in wait. Maybe waiting for her prince to ride in on his bright red horse. So what you mean is the killer intended to use Edgeworth's car all along. That's intriguing. Alright, compadre, count to 3. Huh? You gotta do that if you're gonna draw evidence on someone. That's what we do in Texas. Is it? Remind me never to visit Texas. What do you think about the king of prosecutors? A toy shield. Suits the boy well. What exactly could you shield with that? A toy knight, maybe? Officer Marshall, don't you have anything good to say about Mr. Edgeworth? You don't like him, right? We get the point. You know, when I was a detective, I got one of these. Huh, let me guess. Did it have a K for King of Detectives on it? Hey, they can use the same shield over and over. Note to self, the prosecutor's office in criminal affairs are surprisingly cheap. You know it. They've gotten cheaper with every passing year, I tell you. I don't know if I want to show him this, but I'm gonna. What's that? Some sort of police passport? Is this Detective Goodman's ID card? Strangely enough, we found it a good distance away from the scene of the crime. Good distance in this rat hole? If you want distance, get yourself to Texas. Texas? This is a tiny little crime scene in a tiny little town with tiny little evidence. What difference does a few yards make, compadre? Note to self, if you encounter suspicious evidence, think of Texas. She's learning all the wrong lessons here. There's no better way to study than to hang out with the pros. He's not a pro, he's a patrolman. Alright. What about the autopsy report? Okay, so that's a no. Okay. Oh, I don't want to move. I want to examine. And maybe, can I come over here now? I can examine over here now. Alright. This appears to be the car where the body was found. It looks like the lock on the trunk is busted. The crime took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. Quite a luxury car. Just screams, I have money to burn. Yeah, prosecutors get the big bucks. Unlike defense. This rope, is it? Yep, they laid it in the outline of the victim's body. So wait, the victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him. You've got to be the only person I know that would come to that conclusion. Is that a radio? Cell phone. This looks like a cell phone. Scientific analysis would suggest this belongs to the victim. I can't think of anyone else it could belong to. What's so scientific about that? Should we check it out? Of course. Right, let's check it out. Ooh, the special music of let's check it out. Okay. Oh, as a strap. Man, what a boring strap. What's wrong with it? Everyone has different tastes, you know. Here, check out mine. It's a pink princess strap. Of course it is. It's hard to come by, you know. I see the series is as popular as ever with the kids. Okay, what else we got? Open it up. This phone's still on the redial screen. Redial? Mr. Wright? Most phones keep a record of all the calls you've made and received. You just press the blue button to display the last number you called. Convenient, isn't it? I'm surprised you didn't know about it. Sorry to disappoint you, but even I know things about things like redial. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. It's just you never know with people from your generation. Called out for being old, Phoenix. Whatever, let's just check this phone out. I appreciate them telling me, though, because these are, at this point, ancient cell phones. Now, to see who the owner of this phone called last. Note to self, a defense attorney doesn't think first, he just pushes the button. Beep. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to recognize this or not. Oh, hey, that song. I know that. Well, Phoenix knows it. Hey, what's going on over there? Oh, sorry. I see you, partner. You pressed redial on that there phone, didn't you? Well, yeah. Whose phone is this, anyway? It was on the ground over there. Whose is it? That belongs to Chief Prosecutor Sky. Oh, no. What? It's my sister's. She apparently dropped it when she was taken into custody right after the crime. Look, the last call was made right when the murder occurred. Looks like she was fixing to call someone. Except she only spoke for a few seconds, according to this. Who did she call? No idea. Sorry, partner. Now, I got a question for you, partner. I heard a phone ring just now. One of those newfangled ringtones. Oh, that? Oh. I'm sorry, that was my phone. What? Your phone? Yeah, it's kind of strange, but someone called me right as we picked up the other phone. Wrong number. Phoenix, are you lying out of your ass right now? I hope you're not lying. They shoot you for that in Texas, partner. Uh-oh, I've incited the wrath of the Lone Star Patrolman. Last call made at 5:18 on the day of the murder. Okay, but what was, like, Phoenix recognized it. What was it? D block is through there. That's where visitors park. You can see the lunch lane car over there, far in the distance. Hey, you're right. I like the cute design on the door. I can see a cartoon cow munching down on a juicy-looking steak. Oh, I don't know about that. Doesn't that strike you as a little creepy? Right, yes, thank you. Just don't think too deeply about it. You'll be fine. Okay. Oh. What's this? Looks like a note of some sort? Look, something's written on it. 675 12-2. Oh, 67S 12-2. It's a name printed on the paper above that. Goodman. Maybe it fell out of his pocket when he was killed? Well, so what does it mean, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know? Note to self, for detective reasoning, go to Edgeworth, not Wright. Fair enough. But I'm sure Edgeworth wouldn't know what this means either. His note added. Victim's memo found in the car trunk. Huh. Oh, A. A block. This area is reserved for prosecutors. Defense attorneys are relegated to B block. I dream of the day when I'll be able to park my car here. I'll go over to B block to buy my hamburgers from you, Mr. Wright. I'm not planning on giving up my job that soon. Is there anything over here? Oh, indeed. This is where the cars leave the lot. The arrow on the ground makes it look more like an entrance. What are you talking about? It's plainly an exit? Well, maybe it's both. Kind of a dual purpose? Haha, the theory of relativity. What? I've got to write this down. Oh, hey! Hey, Mr. Wright. Maybe you know, was Mr. Relatively German? Or was he British? Einstein? Thought he was Swiss. Mr. Relativity? Are you sure that was his name? Oh, goodness. Oh! Look, a stylish glass-walled room. Very nice. You can see the whole parking lot from in there. It says security. Perhaps it's a cafe? Huh? Cafe security. Yeah, that must be it. Let's check it out later. I hate to break it to you, but I think that's probably just a security guard office. You know, I scored a 97 on my science test the other day. Too bad they don't have a test for common sense. Been there, done that. Failed the common sense test. Aced the science test. Okay. Oh, excellent. More to talk to him. Lana Sky. So, there's no connection between Detective Goodman and my sister. Oh, that's correct, but there's a gold mine of evidence against her. And the prospector tomorrow is none other than Edgeworth himself. I'm afraid your sister's fate is decided, Bambina. Many condolences. Officer Marshall. Yeah, Bambina? How can you say that? You and my sister, you were... Oh, damn. Were they a thing? Is there something between this cop and her sister that I don't know about? I apologize, Bambina. Something must have gotten to me. Maybe it's that dry wind that's blowing through the prospector's office. I'm trying to imagine Lana Sky dating this guy. He would drive me crazy. Dry wind or ill wind, someone's up to something here, but who? Oh, office atmosphere. Suspicions about Mr. Edgeworth have been flying around for nearly 2 years now. Forged evidence and arranging testimonies, you mean? He was unbeatable because he did whatever it took to win. Unbeatable, that is, until he met you. But rumors are just rumors, aren't they? These are prosecutors we're talking about. Evidence is everything to them. I mean, I'm not sure about that. If you follow the rumors about Edgeworth to their source, you find one person. But they're off limits. Untouchable, you might say. One person? Who? Hate to say this, but it's your sister, Bambina. Chief Prospector Lana Sky. I have a hard enough time saying prosecutor, and then he comes in here and makes me read prospector instead, and it is killing me. Lana Sky. What? My sister? Edgeworth couldn't rustle all those cattle by himself. Some people load their guns with bullets. Some people load them with deals. What, you're saying Edgeworth was making deals to win trials? Where there's gunshots, there's bound to be bullets. That's what the old-timers say. There's a big old secret hidden around here somewhere. Everyone knows it. Is that why Detective Gumshoe was taken off the case? Did they target him because he was closest to Edgeworth? So, well, how are we doing, Mr. Wright? I guess we've got some clues. We have an autopsy report, a note from the victim, and a cell phone. So you think we'll be okay? Well, the only thing still bothering me is that Lana is confessing to the crime. She says she did it. No problem. I can guarantee that she's not the criminal. Oh, by the way, Emma. Yes? I know that song your phone plays when it rings. What? Is it the Steel Samurai theme or something? It's the Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? That popular TV show for kids? The phone that rang earlier wasn't mine. It was yours. So Lana was trying to call Emma. That makes sense. At 5:18, just after the murder took place. Your sister called you, didn't she, Emma? I'm sorry. Can you tell me what you talked about? She hung up right away. I see. Cell phone updated. Last call made to her sister Emma at 5:18. A detective is murdered. The suspect is the top prosecutor in the district. Got a bad feeling about this. Like, maybe I still don't know everything that went on here. We probably know like 5% of what went on here, if the previous trials are to be any judge. To be continued. Alright, well that is actually a good stopping point. So I'm going to save here and then continue this trial the next time. I have no idea how trial will go next time. None. So I'm curious. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you then. Bye.